Greetings, everyone. I'm Wet Hamster once more.
Hello, I am Samara Gway.
Excellent. And Boxer Brown is wearing herself some Gravios arm. I'm not going to be using it, though. I just want to show. See, I have immunity to sleep, and +1 guard isn't bad. This stamina thing you might want to get rid of with the decoration. But just kind of showing it off.
Flatfoot.
Well, it's actually kind of nasty. Just because you use so much stamina doing everything. Well, no, I'm gonna use good old Wrathy armor and a good old-fashioned hammer.
That looks like a bird's head.
No, it's a kutku. It's like Kongalala parts mixed with kutku parts. So then it looks like a kutku jaw. You can see that like there's a tuft of fur where there's painted like eyes on, so it kind of looks like a kutku.
Ah, okay.
And the ears will even flare out when you like fully charge the weapon. So I think it's a really neat hammer. Also, as you can see, if it has a red cleared, then you're missing to do a mission in like that section. So that way you can see if something's available or not. Like it's a telltale sign to see if you're missing an Elder Dragon fight somewhere that hadn't popped up, for example. And we're actually fighting in a completely new area.
With a completely new monster.
Yeah. Go figure. Shen Gaoren, ladies and gentlemen. The urgent mission.
Yeah.
There's actually...
Shen Gaoren... sorry.
No, you go.
Shen Gaoren, his name derives from the words God, tall person.
Yeah, we were actually kind of looking this up because I remember there was something about it, and it was kind of an interesting name, which made sense. So like we But yeah, there's all kinds of items to pick up lying around, which is pretty nice. I'm not sure what was all about that big explosion there that we just saw. This is actually the first time I noticed it while I was actually doing the commentary and playing. I don't even think I noticed it. And as you can see, there's some Dragnatter spears. For those of you who don't know what the Dragnatter is, you will be seeing it very soon. But there's all kinds of items lying around, and I don't remember what this map is called. It's like a town or something like that, or a city. Basically, they evacuated whenever a big monster shows up to fight. Or decides to crash their party, I guess. So I'm just kind of showing it. It's a pretty small area. And there's that explosion again. What is up with that? But Area 2 will be relevant for later, for different monsters. For now, we will be fighting in Area 3 and only Area 3. As you can see, there's...
I can hear... getting the Jurassic Park vibe.
Yeah.
We will probably be getting that again.
There's all these lovely cannons and this big button thing over here and all that sort of stuff. There's some ballistas down there. That's where...
Geronimo!
That's where ballista shots will come in handy. And there's those Dragnatter spear things that I mentioned before. Giving people...
Dragonators.
See, a lot of people consider these fights to be the most boring and... well, yeah, let's put it the most boring fights there are, but I think they're kind of neat. There are little... They drag out, yes. But I still think they're neat. Just because you have, like, all these ballistas and cool things you can use.
There's a unique element to them.
Yeah. And there's actually a lose condition other than dying. If the fortress takes too much damage, you lose.
Yeah, there's something similar to that in Try with another Elder Dragon.
And it is much better done as far as I've heard than you know, like this one. Well, not this one, but just Monster Hunter Freedom Unite's sort of big fort fights. As you can see, we're fighting a giant crab, thus the reason why I'm bringing a big hammer. And gotta wait for him to get past the zone line. I can't go any further, it's just a big invisible wall. So the trick to fighting him, I highly recommend for people who's doing this the first time, get a good hammer.
And smacks the crap out of his legs.
But there's a little trick to it, because his legs will have like a quake effect. If you can get the quake resistance gear, that's also pretty good, but I'm just used to dealing with the quake, so... while you're charging your weapon, I think you do have a small quake resistance and wind press resistance. But if you get too close to the legs, then you'll still get stunned anyways. So what you want to do is you want to charge your weapon up, wait for the leg, like a leg to have moved. The leg that you're targeting that then moves is the one then you want to charge in, do a full power slam on it, and then you want to move, like, dodge to the side out of the way, and then just repeat over and over and over again. He does have some additional attacks, but he doesn't do it in this fight. But let's get some good use out of the ballista. There's also several breaks I can't really get with this weapon. I'm kind of like sad that I'm not showing it off or anything. There's like 3 breaks on the skull on his back. But I think I would need like a bowgun to get that.
And he's wearing the skull of a monster we're going to be seeing very soon.
Actually, I think it's right after this video. But also a note is that the skull is a lot larger than the monster's actual head.
Yeah, which tends to be the thing with the crabs.
Yeah,
I believe.
It's like a theme they have going, like Daimyo Hermitaur will have a giant Monoblos head and so forth. I could actually go and pick up some cannon shots, but that would be a waste of time. Instead, I'm just waiting for him to do that. That's the Dragnator.
Boom!
That is actually one of his other attacks that he will try to hit you with, where he charges up sort of a, I think it's like an acid spit. He will actually use this against the player in a different fort fight. There are actually 2 fort fight maps. Just the first time you meet Shen Gaoren, it will be this map, and he will only stay in the 3rd. So he won't have any time to see you at a huge distance to try and shoot after you with his acid spit. So the only real danger there is to Shen Gaoren in this fight is him accidentally stepping on you because you get in his way. Otherwise, you're virtually safe from taking any damage. A good armor set to bring would actually be Monoblos armor if you can get your health down to those 30%. So you can get the Reckless Abandon, I think it's called, something like that. I can't remember the one that boosts your defense and attack damage when you're on low health. That one. Occasionally he will also stand still entirely, and you can just kind of maybe get a triple pound, a full combo on him. If you can, that's pretty good. Also, oh yes, one more thing. You will see I've already damaged one leg, it's red. That is because it is bleeding internally. I don't think it does anything like damage over time to it, but it does mean I've wounded its leg. Basically what you want to do, you want to focus on damaging his legs, you can break their legs twice, and once you've broken all the legs and do enough damage to one of them, it'll reset, but Shen Gaoren will be grounded, and this is what you're aiming for, because if Shen Gaoren's grounded, he can't attack the fort. Are you there?
Hello.
Yeah,
sorry.
you were just really silent there. Kind of waiting for
I
you
was
to
just
say
watching you beat the shit out of that leg.
Yeah, well, welcome to Shen Gaoren. This is basically what you do. And I can highly recommend nobody brings lances.
Yeah.
Lances are a terrible weapon to use for this fight. Any sort of lance type at all. Doesn't matter. I'm sure people can do with a lance, but it's just that it's really hard to hit with them compared to, say, the hammer. But the hammer's almighty and good at everything, so it's pretty broken. Oh, I love that. This cuckoo pig. It even has like cuckoo sounds when you charge it up.
Okay. Those claws kind of scare me a little.
The pincers, I don't know, they seem like pretty, I say pretty small pincers, but considering his size, they seem like very small pincers. If
they have a range.
Yeah.
If you're standing right under him, those things could probably get you pretty hard.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking, like, if you take his size, let's just say we scaled him down to Daimyo Hermitor's size, I'd be more afraid of Daimyo Hermitor's pincers because they're bigger. Like, I definitely wouldn't want to be copping any of their pincers, but I think that's a given.
Yeah, you don't even want to be caught in the small crab's pincers, let alone this mother.
Yeah, so another reason why I actually considered not even doing commentary today. And I'm kind of ashamed to say this, like I've been trying to get a hold of Paper Lion for a while to do the commentary and all that. But a lot of times, a lot of days I actually kind of forgot too, because I was playing hack slash. There's no and in there. Just felt right to say hack slash and loot instead of just hack slash loot. It's pretty. You know what? It's pretty bullshit. But I still enjoy it. It's basically like a roguelike type of game. It's a very simplistic roguelike that relies purely on a random number generator. Very bullshit.
I've had problems with the random number generator.
Oh, tell me about it. All those dead Monoblos. Not Monoblos, sorry, Diablos. For the freaking Diablos. Stupid majestic horns. Why must you vex me so?
Well, he's got 3 red legs.
No, not good enough, and I think one of them is only a level 1 break. Since it's not, it's not glowing red, it's just red. But, oh, he keeps moving that leg. Yeah, I've been playing that a lot, and, I have a one-track mind, so once I get something into my head that I'm gonna do it, then I do it. So, for the last few days, I've been playing that non-stop, and it's really frustrated the game with how bullshit the random number generator is. Then you start to understand the game a little bit more, and oh yeah, and then I'll just use this and this tactic. Then suddenly the random number generator is some bullshit. I hate to say this, but the developer's right. You just gotta learn the tactics for the game, and then you'll be doing all right.
Oh.
Even if it is random bullshit number generator. But I guess that's kind of, if you're into that sort of game, I am. I like getting annoyed and frustrated in games. But if you're into that sort of game, like, yeah, check it out. There's even a demo of it. I wasn't saying it to you, but like just in general to the public.
Ow!
Yeah, like that's really the only danger with he will accidentally step on you if you're not careful. That's about it. Another game that I've actually been playing today, and which is what made me not considering doing commentary at all today. Oh, and I feel good saying this, but Legend of Blackrock, I think it's called. Oh, 1 second, I'll no, it's Grimrock. Yes, Legend of Grimrock. It is. Have you ever played Lands of Lore, Eye of the Beholder, Dungeon Master?
Not really.
You haven't played any of those old school dungeon crawl games?
Well,
Hackmaster?
No, I can't say that I have.
Oh, you're missing out, dude. But basically, like, I think they stopped making... I don't have an exact date, but they stopped making, like, dungeon crawl games in that style. Around, like, the era where the PC started. Like, that's when the sort of dungeon crawl era started to die out. And I'm hoping that because of this game came out and it's really popular in Steam. I know I'm dating my video saying all this, and this is and just to interrupt myself, I actually managed to break all the legs, and now he's stuck.
And now we're going to wail on the head.
Exactly. He will get up a little bit.
Exactly.
He will get up a little bit, but he will be grounded for quite a while, not be able to get up on his... No, I guess not. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's first in the next fight where he does that. In this fight, he will actually get up. But he's easier to knock down to that point again. Which was why I was starting to place all those bombs there, because I expected him to stay down like he does in the other port fight. But yeah, that's basically what you're aiming for, and if you do deal enough damage to one of the legs, all of the legs breaks will reset. But I think then in this fight he will be grounded. Not entirely sure. Anyway, what I was saying about the Grimrock. Yeah, like the dungeon crawl scene disappeared a long time ago, and like I would play the dungeon crawl games. My friends would play the dungeon crawl games. My parents would even play them. I'm like, it would be like a family thing. Like we would all sit and play this dungeon crawl thing and try to figure out all the puzzles and all that sort of stuff. Like, so like, there's a lot of good memories with dungeon crawl games. And they actually, like, if you're into dungeon crawl games, I could highly recommend you try this one out. They stick true to the formula, and it works. And it just has, you know, updated graphics and everything. Yeah, it's pretty good graphics actually. But that's not really what you should base your sale on a game on. Oh, this game is really bad, but it has good graphics, so I'm gonna buy it. Ha! Yes, that is absolutely correct. Anything will set off the bombs. And a paintball. I'm gushing over the Legend of Blackrock. Again, well, check it out. Really, this is the first proper dungeon crawl game in God knows how long. And,
at least a decade.
Yeah. It really feels that way. I think Lands of Lore actually came out for PC. But and it actually did come in CD.
fell over.
Yeah. And his legs also reset. But no, I'm still really happy. Oh, I am so happy. If I had actually a PC recording setup, I probably would have done like maybe played it for an hour and recorded for an hour, just tossed it up there, just to give it a spotlight or something. But like, there's millions of people doing that sort of spotlight thing of the game, so I think I'll just spread the good word. The good word of Blackrock. And the Lord saith... No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to offend a lot of people by just doing that. Bible, I know. People on the YouTube comments, on the YouTube video version, these Bible bashers are going to pop up and say, "The Lord never said anything about killing skeletons, my good sir. He said about picking out a line verse or something." Yeah. So I'm not even going to bother. Then people are just gonna call me a nerd, so. Well, they are gonna call me a nerd to begin with. I play video games for the internet, so.
Okay, so how much damage do the legs need now?
Well, the legs reset, so lots.
Oh boy.
But
Your time.
yeah, exactly. There's a quicker way to do this, though. Farcaster and me trying to find out where I'm supposed to be going. Yes. Well, yeah, that's actually a pretty good way to get up there. Hey, guess what? He was in also the perfect position, too. I'm actually kind of happy that again, perfect. I don't know if it's like the perfect amount of damage. I suspect like I'm not going to get a better hit on him than that. I am though surprised that I didn't get hit by the acid.
How's the fortress for damage doing?
It was at 50%. I just checked it like a moment ago. So, well, could be doing better, but at least it's not doing worse.
Yeah, I remember the tri-boss of this nature being just destroying what you need to protect very easily.
Yeah, I recall people saying that if you don't have 4 people, you're never going to do this sort of comment about it. But then again, in Try, it's easy.
Yeah, that's an online boss, I suppose, so you're kind of expected to be going at it with 4 people at least.
In I think it's like Third Portable, they did make a single-player version of it. So they had to nerf the hell out of it, and a lot of people were pissed because the single-player version was really easy. Go figure why it's easy. It's because you're alone. Well, that's not true. You do have your cats. And I say cats because in Third Portable you have 2 cats.
Yeah, but the cats are probably not going to be much help.
No, actually, I think they can. I think
any
they can load the ballistas and all that sort of stuff. I think I recall seeing like a video of it, and the cats were doing stuff. I might just be hallucinating and think I saw something.
Well, someone in the thread will probably tell us.
Yeah, somebody in the thread, please do tell me. Like, tell me that I'm not just seeing things. Lately, I've started to question my own sanity with all kinds of things, but then I ask people, and they're like, no, you're right. I saw that too, and then I'm like, oh, good. I'm not just crazy. Well, I am crazy, but I'm not going more crazy.
Alright.
But for people who have never seen a Shen Gaoren fight or any like fortress fights in Freedom Unite, this is kind of the reason why the sort of the fortress fights drag on. Like it's a lot of the same. And if you're trying to farm for the armor, guess what you have to do a lot of? Yeah.
Crap.
I have to farm. I have to farm these things. Haven't done it yet though. I mean, I'm showing off all the unique armor, so I'm kind of like forced to farm these in a sense. But by the time I'll be farming the low rank ones for the unique armor sets, I'll have high rank weapons, so it'll be a cinch. Speaking of which, I probably haven't explained this yet, but the goal isn't just to defend the fort. The goal is to defend the fort a whole 30 minutes. And the other fort fight, it's 35 minutes. So, unless you can actually kill the monster early, you're stuck here for a good 30 minutes. Because if you don't manage to kill them as the time runs out and the fort's intact, they will just run away. They just leave. If you manage to kill them, the sort of the reward you get for killing them is being allowed to carve the body. That's really it. Fortunately, if you've got a good hammer and as much damage as you can pump out through mega drugs, charms, and whatnot, then it's not too tough or hard to take out Shen Gaoren.
Yeah, the thing that's most likely going to screw you over is if the fort or SIP or whatever you're protecting gets destroyed. That happens way too much to these sort of fights.
I've actually...
I've had that happen to me.
Against Shen Gaoren, I've never actually lost to Shen Gaoren where the fort gets destroyed and then I just lose. I have had that happen with the next monster that we're gonna fight, but that was just because I was fighting high rank one solo, and I just couldn't put out enough damage. And why I'm saying put out enough damage is because every time you flinch a monster, you sort of reset their attack pattern. So if they're about to attack, or there's like 10 seconds till they start an attack animation, if you flinch them, they will reset this and they won't attack. And if you can just keep flinching them, they'll never touch the fort. Which is, again, the reason why you go for the legs and try to drop them onto the ground. I think also this is the last people will see of the Kutku hammer. Kind of sad, because it's a cool hammer.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, the Kutku gets replaced in the third generation. By another...
Yeah, it does get...
More or less.
I thought it was a pretty lame replacement, but in a sense it's also... it's a more interesting replacement, but... It's the Kutku is adorable. I hate to say it.
Yeah, it's nostalgia, more or less.
I wouldn't really call the Kutku nostalgia. I just think it looks kind of... Out of all the monsters, it's the only one that looks remotely adorable. With its stupid, goofy face.
Well,
there's a drunken duck. But I wouldn't say that looks cute. That just looks stupid. Retarded.
I actually kind of like... I actually kind of like the Kutku's replacement in the third generation.
Oh, I was speaking of Gypsaros, like the retarded duck.
Oh, him.
Yeah, he's got like a retard face or something like that. I'm not sure what's wrong with his face. It's just... It looks off. I shouldn't be saying retarded, that's being insensitive of me. How do you describe that face?
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
the
That's
third generation an equivalent of Kutku is pretty adorable in its own right.
yeah.
Right? And that ecology video it has pretty much helped with a lot of that.
Yeah, it has, but honestly, a lot of the ecology videos in the Try is fairly goofy to begin with. Like you have, just spoiling it a little. You have the Dragon Punch one, or maybe you want to call it Shoryuken or whatever.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
To the moon.
Mr. B, you right?
Yeah, definitely. That one. Bam! Straight to the moon! and
then he takes mud off himself.
and I actually managed to kill him, and I looked 30 seconds left. And
he falls right on the fortress.
well, they'll clean it up. I'm sure they can use the Dragnator to push him out of the way or something. But it's actually pretty important.
Him to run away. I wasn't expecting you to actually manage to kill him.
No, I was actually surprised myself that I actually managed to kill him. I expected him to fully run away too, but now that we're actually carving him, a little quick side note: if you ever want to make the armor, you're going to be needing Gaoren spines, and the only way to get that is carves. Have fun.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like I said, the best.
At least it seems to give a lot of carves.
No, 4 carves, 5 carves, something like that. That's all you get. And I think it's a 10% chance to get a spine per carve. Yeah. Have fun. I know I am. At least I'll have high rank weapons. And the combination. And Gaoren parts, and the red ones over there are Lao Shen Lung parts. And that horn I will be needing for later.
Oh boy.
Or you now know the name of the monster we'll be fighting in the next video now that you've seen those parts. Excellent. Thank you, game, for spoiling this for me. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video, as time is running short.
Later!